Welcome aboard the Tabletop Express. My name is Chris.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And this is the Tabletop Express. And welcome to Call Aboard, the live board game call-in show.
That's right.
It is the last one of the year.
The last one.
It's the last one of the year, the last call aboard, the last time this whistle will kick off an episode in 2025. But incredibly excited for what's ahead. But before we get to 2026, we got to talk about what we played in 2025. In particular, we've really got the last 2 months to toy around with here, folks.
It's true.
Because we didn't do a call aboard in November because we were all prepped for PAX Unplugged.
That's right.
So you have a little
nice
bit...
for you.
Yeah. Hey,
I didn't go to PAX Unplugged.
We missed him.
But I saw Tyler went. He was in the chat. Howdy.
Yes, Tyler was there. It was great to see Tyler in person, I just have to say, because so much engagement in the Discord with Tyler, but to see him in person. It was funny. Tyler came in and he walked in, he waved. We're like, hi, it's Tyler. You know, it's like, you know him right away.
No,
it's lovely.
He's the norm.
Yeah.
The Tabletop Express.
True. He's got the record
from Pierce.
Yeah, he is. He's also he's been the Iron Man.
Iron Horse.
The Iron Horse, yes. If you are new to Call Aboard, what is Call Aboard? It means that you can be part of a show using call-aboard.com. If you're part of our Discord, we're going to bring you right in. If you're not part of a Discord, we may ask you a question too, just to get a point of verification.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring you up.
A lot of AI nonsense.
Yeah, we got to fight the AI.
We are not talking about the Terminator board game.
No, not the no. It's a great game.
Terminator Dark Fate.
Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah,
great game.
Really good.
But with that, if you'd like to call in, call-aboard. The back room is open. You're able to come on in, and we'll bring you on to the show. Good to see you, Rachel. Ryan, let's talk about some games that we played.
Yes.
I want to kick this one off, if I may, with
mine up too.
Yeah, I want to kick this one off with a game that, for me, I was excited to play. I got to play it at PAX Unplugged. I got to buy it at PAX Unplugged, and that is one I've been playing with my wife. That is The Hobbit, There and Back Again.
Pull that up.
The Hobbit, There and Back Again is a roll and write game. It was one of those games that Office Dog had coming out that was
designed by Reiner Knizia.
Correct, indeed.
Keep going.
So in this game, there's essentially 7-8 different maps within the game with slight tweaks to the rules along the way. It is a roll and write. There are some common pieces. If you click on that one second row to the left, you'll actually get a sense of some of the components that you'll be dealing with in this game. So you've got bread, swords, you've got those other icons right there.
Is that a smoking Bilbo?
It is a smoking Bilbo.
Cool.
And then if you're looking at the dice and you see the way that the tracks run, it's similar to quite a few of the roll and writes out there, where you are going to be kind of drawing those paths on the board as well. The swords, the bread, the kind of those other acorns.
Oh, no, pine cones. Right?
Pine cones, yeah. All of those are going to be used very different in each scenario thus far that I've played.
Yeah.
And in some scenarios, it's going to get changed up by that die coming in as well. So you've got a lot of different ways that this game gets played. That's the first scenario that I will say, the one showing there, where you're just trying to get all the dwarves to Bilbo Baggins' house. But you're going to get more points in that first scenario. I won't spoil the rest of them, but for the first one that you go to play, you're going to be also trying to make sure you feed them, because you're going to get more points when you feed them. So are
there spoilers in these pictures?
I would stick it to this one for now.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's going to be a thing on the board that's going to show you as you're tracking, okay, this guy got to Bilbo's house in this scenario. But then if you had enough bread to feed them, you're going to get more points. So there's a variety of things. You've got Gandalf on this map, who's in the upper right, and you've got the head of the dwarves there as well.
Cool.
And you get those in, there's more points there. But every scenario is different. So as you're playing through this, it's similar if you've played not
My City.
Welcome to the Moon, or it's Welcome to the Moon. Not Welcome not Welcome to, but
Welcome to the Moon.
Welcome to the Moon has all those different types of maps. This has that same thing happening. So all replayable, where you like them, in this hard book that reminds you of like a children's book with the big words, except it's all dry erase.
Yeah, the art looked really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a Reiner game. It plays like one, and I don't think you need to be a Lord of the Rings or a Hobbit fan to enjoy this. It's pretty simple when you first start, but it gets a lot more complicated as you go with a little bit more challenging situations. So enjoyed this one a lot, and I've been playing this with my wife, and nice. I think it plays great at a 2-player count, but I'll play it with more, and we can jump in and out with different scenarios, and loving it a lot. So yeah, that's The Hobbit, there and back again.
Cool. All right. So I finally had the chance to play a game you've talked about a bunch, and I started putting a bunch of Things and Rings.
Oh yes,
in Things and Rings. So this is a board game designed by Peter C. Hayward, who That Time You Killed Me.
That Time You Killed
right?
Me. Oh yeah.
He's also done what Dracula's Feast was another game. He has a blue beard, doesn't he?
Yeah, Peter C. Hayward. If you look at his games,
he's got a blue beard.
Yeah, if you scroll down though and just look at the game, like one thing he does, he's got a ton of those design diaries. French Toast I haven't got to play yet. Fiction he does, but which All Play also puts out that I really like. I am a big fan. Critter Kitchen, is by the way on his list.
Yeah. So Things and Rings is a Venn diagram board game where you're gonna have a bunch of Dr. Seuss looking cards of different things, and you'll need to put them in different rings that they belong to. See? Now there's 2 ways to play this game: competitively, and cooperatively. Which versions have you played?
Both.
Okay. I've only played cooperatively.
Okay.
I really like it co-op.
Yeah.
Because it's a tough game.
I prefer it cooperatively personally, just because I think there's enough happening in this game that competitively maybe might get frustrating for some players. But cooperatively, you're in it together, so it's just it has a better feel to it.
Yeah, and the blue ring is all about attributes, so things related to the cards, like bigger than a person, right? All the yellow ring is a word related thing, so like has 5 letters, and then there's the red ones, which are context, which is like found in outer space or something, like something like that. And you're trying to put these cards in the correct spot, but the issue is you don't know what those clues are. You have to kind of infer it based on the cards that have been played, and it's up to the judge or the clue master, whatever it's termed, and whatever the term is used for in this game, to put the cards in the correct spot. And the objective is to get rid of all your cards, because every time you're correct, you get rid of a card. But whenever you're wrong, you draw a new thing card, and the thing deck is packed.
Yeah,
it is packed. So the cards are like Ticket to Ride train card size, right? But we're talking like really using up the entirety of a tiny box. So this one, I've been bringing a lot to family, to friends, because it's been, it's the holiday season, so it's always been party kind of games, and Things and Rings has skyrocketed.
Oh yeah,
I'm really digging it.
I like it too. It plays well. I will say, even though it takes up some space with the Venn diagram itself, if you have a decent sized table, you could be having. I've even played it over dinner at my mother-in-law's and things like that, and because that cooperative nature that you can play it with, everyone's participating, and then
How many rings have you used?
I've done the whole.
I've done the whole thing too.
Yeah,
just recently.
Yeah, you don't have to.
No, you don't.
The other thing is you can simplify it. So if you've got younger, the context one can be tough for some.
Context one is tough.
Yeah,
for kids, the blue attribute ring is the best.
Yes,
and then the context, the word one is the next step, and then the context. Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, I mean, I like playing them all with the right people.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, I feel strongly that don't start the kiddos out with that context one. That's all I will say.
And I believe you got it for my son for his birthday.
It may have been me. I can't remember, but I'm
pretty sure it was you.
It probably was. But Things and Rings, to me, Peter C. Hayward has nailed a lot. Most of the games, in my opinion, that I've played from his design, this is my second favorite design of his. With That Time You Killed Me being my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, I am a big fan here.
All right. Well, we have some callers. We actually have multiple callers.
We got multiple callers, so we'll go in order.
And then if we have, so do one game, and then if you have time, we'll do a second game.
Yeah,
that sound fair?
Yeah,
right.
Since we got two, yeah, I'd say that's fair. We'll do that. If we're quick, we'll do the second.
All right, so we're bringing aboard the Yeti.
Yeah,
the Iron Horse himself in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hello, Tyler.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Good.
What's
how are
going
you,
on, man? Good to see you.
Look at that.
Good. I'll tease a little bit. This was a Christmas gift from yesterday that I ended up getting. Wow. So I'll tease a little bit. It's gonna be an obvious choice here for what I'll choose, but yeah, I'll be talking about Ash's Ascendency. We'll start out with that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, things are good. Good.
New Ashes came out, is what I'm guessing
Yes.
You're getting to, and you have played it, I'm assuming.
Yes, I've played it. It was phenomenal. And there's one of the Phoenixborn is okay. Because the dice on it are very unique to certain sets of cards that have to be played with it. So it's a little interesting in that aspect of it. But yeah, it's
is that this one, the Ashes Ascendency?
Yes, that is the new one that came out. I think I got it like the week after Thanksgiving or something like that, something along those lines. So this is like the new era of Ashes. It was originally just Ashes. Then it got brought back up as Ashes Reborn. And now the Reborn era of the game is now over. So now it's on to Ashes Ascendancy, where there's now Dragonborn in the game instead of the Chimera that there were. They brought in 2 different dice sets there. And so it's nice because it's a new kind of like start for those that are trying to get into the game. I know Chris has heard my frustrations with Marvel Champions enough over time with everything in that world is. But it's one of those that it's nice because I have a new starter box with everything. Get you rolling into what the new version of the game is, which is a little more simplified. And I think I just need to play it a little bit more to like fully enjoy it, because I'm used to what the pure chaos is of the Reborn and like the Red Reigns version with the solo and co-op. So there's a lot to it. The Dragonborn's a little easier in my opinion, but it's one of those that it's a starter set, so it's not going to be overly difficult in the beginning. And I fully expect that the Plaid Hat Games team is going to intensify and cause more chaos within the cards themselves, because the last 2 expansions to Ashes Reborn, it's nearly impossible sometimes on higher difficulties to win because of what the actions they can do, whether it's you drown or you can just fizzle out and just take endless damage at the end of the round. It's crazy.
Is it still compatible with the old? I know sometimes when they do this, all the other stuff still works with it then.
Yeah. Essentially, you can still do it, pull in other Phoenixborn from previous sets or stuff like that, previous cards, and do that. I know there's I'm pulling Marvel Champions words into the things now with different environments, legacy and current environments that are now in the world of Arkham Horror and now soon to be Marvel Champions, where it's all one world. There's no separation of the two, which is super nice, because if you have some, it's fine. If you have all, it's even better, but you're not limited to having to use certain cards.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any quick shout outs to anything else you played? But
the only other one I was going to bring up is, because you guys were just talking about things in rings and that, I did play Critter Kitchen last night, and that was phenomenal. We played it at 7 players. I don't recommend doing that.
Okay.
That
means you played with the expansion.
Yes, yeah, we played with expansion on some of this stuff, and it's really good. It's a light game. I will say I didn't play 60 minutes with 7 players and some AP that was thrown into it all. But the art on the cards, the different bits, it's a very simple game, and I'd like to play it again at probably like 4 to be able to do it and throw in some of the expansion pieces. But it was really good, and I think a lot of that stuff is just only going to get better at lower player counts. So
my recommended player count for this is 3 to 4.
Okay.
I like it at 3. There's enough happening, but I personally would not play with more than 4. That's why the expansion, even when I talk to someone there, they're like, yeah, the expansion has some good stuff. I wouldn't necessarily play with the more players themselves though. And that came from like multiple persons I've talked to who played the game. So
yeah. There was no hiding of what your plates were that you were building or the resources you had, because sitting around the table with 7 people, there's no privacy. There's no hiding anything that you have with it. So yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot. So
no, I like this one. This is fun. And it's a light game to that point that it's easy enough to teach people. So
try it out.
Awesome. Well, Tyler, it's as always great to see you. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you bring to the channel, and Tyler's a great example. Someone who's been active on our Discord for a long time. So if you want to hear the advantage of connecting, it's Tyler, seeing you in person.
The struggles of the brewers.
Yeah. Seeing you in person, though,
I get it.
I will recount it with you here. When you walked into the hotel, and it's like, hey, and immediately it's one of those moments that I don't think people appreciate.
The only person that I struggled to realize who it was Doc, and that's just because never seen his face beforehand. But it was I literally just took a glance around the room and I was like, all right, going over here. I was up since like 3 a.m. that morning just to get out to Philly that day of PAX. So it was nice to see the people and see you and Anthony and Doc, and then later folks like Dan later on.
Next year, this guy.
That's true.
And Ascendency,
we'll get there.
We'll have to play some Cosmic Frog or Cockroach Poker because I own it, but I have not played it yet. So I look forward to playing some of those.
Well, he wasn't there. I'm not going to be the one.
Play some Age of Steam in person.
Yeah,
keep it going.
Yeah, we'll get Barrels to play some Age of Steam. We'll just block them out. Force them to go bankrupt.
2026?
No, there's still 2 days left. This is the year.
All right.
Awesome.
All right,
thanks,
Tyler.
guys.
Good to
see you,
Tyler.
Yep. See you.
Happy New Year.
You as well. Thank you.
See you in Discord.
All right. We're gonna bring our next group in. We got Ian and Stacey here in the wings. Let's bring them in.
3, 2, 1. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Howdy.
Good evening.
Good to see you guys. I know some of the stuff you've been playing because we've been talking on Discord and even Instagram. So I'm intrigued what's top of your mind this month, because a lot of games hitting the table for you, I know.
Yeah, well, I'll let Stacey start with this one.
Well, I am your non-serious gamer, and so I like to play a lot of games that have participation, kind of some rowdiness to it.
Oh, yeah.
So I am really into. When I was in high school, I was my school mascot. So this game really resonates with me.
We know where you're going.
Chris almost spit all over the computer.
So Hot Streak is my newest favorite game where, you've got these really chunky little pieces. Whoops.
I know. Oh, you dropped Hurley.
I dropped exactly right. And this is just so gosh darn fun. The playmat physically comes from the side of the box.
Yep.
You just wheel it out. You put your little people on the line and they fall over. They push each other over. They can recover. They can stand back up and keep on going. They can move one spot. They can move backwards. It's just a silly game that just absolutely love playing. And not that my school mascot was any of these by any means, but it just is kind of, for us geeky people who, like to reminisce it about the good old days. This is just one of those fun, silly games that you can't help but laugh and smile when you're playing it.
Well, the thing about this,
I just love it. You get your first, second, third place. It's so fun. If you haven't tried it,
even at 2 players, it's a blast. It's a blast. So.
You can't go wrong.
Well, the thing about this game for me is because I was describing, there was a question, I think it was on the Board Game Geek group on Facebook or somewhere, where someone asked it was this, or they were comparing it to Magical Athlete.
Magical Athlete.
And those are the two that are like everybody's asking about.
Right. And they asked if you had the choice between the two. And I said, well, my personal choice would be Hot Streak. And they asked, and the why was the fact that even though you're not rolling some kind of thing to physically move it, and you don't have necessarily quote unquote control, you don't have control in either one.
No.
The level of engagement on what's happening is so real. Whereas like you may not care when it's not your piece in certain games and you're rolling a die, right? But in this game, when you're watching card flip over, you're like, oh no. And then it's like, oh, Hurley turns around. Hurley, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And you can get into it. It's like the ready, set, bet energy without all the different things that go into setting up and then running a game of ready, set, bet, which by all means can be a great experience. But I struggle to get that one out. I can put this on the table and then we're going to play multiple games.
But I love that it gives you too that option where you have those 3 cards and you have that insider information. Like, oh, they're all going for Hurley, and I got the Hurley star card. I'm not playing that card. I'm going to throw in this other card to make sure I cause havoc. And it's just it's so hilarious. And it's one of those games. This past weekend I played it with some friends, and they were asking, "Oh, Ryan, we want to play something like fun. What'd you bring?" And I'm like, "Okay, this game's gonna blow away everything you played this year." About all these mascots just racing, and we just bring it out, and we, and what's even better too is at the end when you have all the money and you just read out the epilogues. Have you read the epilogues for everyone? It's just hilarious. Like
a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is, our first race of our first game, the queen was she didn't have, once we shuffled and discarded cards, she only had a couple cards and they weren't great. And I knew I didn't have any queen cards in the thing. And I don't think Stacey did either. The queen ended up winning. Like, she had no cards in the deck. And somehow we're like, oh, okay, neither of us picked any queen cards. We're like, what happened there? She just like went ahead. Like, her cards all came up. Her 2 good cards came up ahead of all of her bad cards. Her bad cards never came up before she won. I was like, how did that happen?
I just love this game. Highly recommend it.
Yes, it is a blast. So last month, our showcase theme was playing not old games, but familiar games in new ways. So we played a Calico with the new drafting from Knitting Circle with the, they call it Quilting Circle. So you have the rondelle drafting. We played a bunch of games with expansions. We played some stuff that I'd only played on BGA on the tabletop for the first time. I taught Stacey Honey Buzz. It was the first time I played 2 players. But the one that really shined for me that I want to talk about is a game that last Friday we did our re-rank of our 2024 top 10. And this one skyrocketed. We had not played it in 2024. We had played it like early 2025. And this one skyrocketed up my list. And that is Explorers of Navoria with the Forgotten Lands expansion. So I absolutely love this game. I love like the almost double drafting where you're grabbing out of the bag 2 tokens, and then you're choosing which one of the people you want to go on your exploration with as you are trying to explore these 3 new lands that have popped up around Navoria. Each one is a different. There's like military basically, and there's explorers, and there's 5 different things. But the Forgotten Lands adds a 6th thing that counts as 2 different colors when you're doing different colors. It adds contracts, so you can get this little skill that you have. You get a faction, which gives you a little bit extra. It also adds a solo mode, which I got played a couple times today, which has like different chapters and you have to fulfill different things. So I already loved this game, and the expansion just kind of took it up the next level for me. And it is just so much fun.
That's really interesting. I haven't heard as much about I mean, I've heard of it, but I haven't heard as people talk about this as much. So it's really interesting. I love the look and feel of it. I love the art. First and
Art
foremost.
and design by Meng Chun-Lin.
Yeah. Really interesting.
And we have the playmat as well, which if you have the expansion, I highly recommend the playmat, because the playmat has the spot for the 6th deck of cards and all the other stuff without having to put extra things on your board. It has places for all the stuff, instead of having to find spots around the board, because the board's fairly decent size as it is. But yeah, so.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what's the table space? It was hard to tell from that one image. Does this classify as a table hog or?
With the playmat, so our playmat we have on our dining table is about 3 foot by 4 foot. That playmat takes up about 3.5 foot by about 2 to 2.5 feet of it. And then that is just the playmat. You also have your cards that you're playing into your own tableau on the sides. You have your player board below it. So like our 3x4 playmat was completely covered with their playmat, as well as all of your cards and your playing. So yeah, it is, and that's with 2 players. So if you're playing with the expansion, it plays up to 5. So you're going to have 3 more people who have their tableaus, their building of their cards, and you do kind of have to see a lot of this stuff throughout it, because you have to pay attention to the symbols of the different creature types and the colors on the bottoms, and then during each round you have some in-round scoring that a couple of the colors do. So you do have to kind of pay, so you can't like stack it. You have to be able to see a lot of stuff during the game.
And each person does have their own play board along with the play mat as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, the boards that you're playing with aren't huge for each individual person, but
you can see it on the bottom of the picture.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Each person has one of those, but
yep, you've got your play boards, and then you've got your tableaus next to it. So if you can't tell what colors are, because you get points for certain colors or characters or whatever, it's a good idea to keep those kind of
organized,
which does take up some room. So for us, I would consider it a table hog.
I mean, it does take up. I mean, our dining table is, I think, 4 foot by 4 foot, and it takes up our entire playmat, which is like a 3 foot by 4 foot playmat with that playmat and all the cards around it. So I mean, it pretty much took up the whole thing.
But it is a fun game.
Yes,
I do agree.
Visually, though, it grabs my attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's fun. For me personally, I just prefer the base game for this. The expansion, because I'm not a heavy gamer. I'm just a low to mid-grade gamer. The expansion added a little bit too much for me. But I can see why people who have a little bit higher, gaming level than me would enjoy it. It does add just enough. I think for certain people, I'd prefer just the base game of that. So if that, helps anybody or makes anybody say, I don't really care, then, whatever. But for me, I like the base game.
Yes, it looks good because it looks like the weight's like right there in the middle, but on the base itself. So it looks like a pretty friendly weight, according to BGG, obviously, which is, one take on it. It's not necessarily the accurate take for every individual, but
exactly.
I think once you've played it, it's pretty intuitive.
Yeah.
I mean, you draw 2 discs out of the bag and you're choosing one, and then you can put the other one in the city. The next person can choose either ones from the city, or they can choose 2 new ones from the bag. You go until you've drafted 4. So you're only drafting 4 citizens each round, and it's 3 rounds. And then in the second phase of the round, you are taking discs off of the deck of cards that you had drafted, and you're putting them into spots for you're getting resources, you're
Mhm.
getting to put out different like trading posts in each one of the sections. There's like the glacier section, the desert section, and the forest section. And when you do those, if you've hiked your explorer, when you reset for the next round, you only have to go back to your furthest trading post. So it is very incentive to get those, but those also come on the cards that might not give you the scoring. So only 3 of the cards, the purple cards, the blue cards, and the red cards, actually give you in-game, or the purple and blue give you in-game scoring every round, and the red gives you end-of-game scoring, but the green and yellow are the ones that you're going to be like able to get some resources during the game,
Yep.
or you're going to be able to hike or build those trading posts. And then when you get your resources, you can only put 1 resource in each dock. So there's a dock, basically there's a bay for each region that you're exploring. So if you get 3 resources, you have to spread them out between the 3 bays, and each one has a different requirement for what you need. So like the glacier has the one on the left, the purple one, is the forest. That one you need 1 of each. The middle one you can have 4 of anything. For the desert, the glacier, you have to have 3 of one kind. And then as you're putting out your trading posts, when you trade those goods on these new lands, it your stuff gets more powerful. So originally you get like, you can hike and you get a point for every green card. But then as you start doing them and you start putting those trading posts out, it gets more powerful. So like one of them, you can get a lot of points. In the forest, you can get a lot of points. In the desert, if you put out a lot of those, you get to hike in other areas. So you get to move your explorer in more spots. And the other one, you get some other bonuses too. So you want to get those out, but you also want to watch the scoring and so it's just a lot of fun.
No, it sounds really interesting. Definitely one I'll put on my list to try and check out sometime, because this is again, the art just grabbed my attention, but looks like there's plenty of gameplay. But it sounds like once you get it down, the mechanics of the game, it seems like you pick it up, it's pretty smooth. So
nice.
Yeah. And it plays, I mean, with 2 players, it plays really quick, because like I said, you're drafting 4 cards, then you're basically drafting 4 of the tokens to put on things for bonuses, and then you're doing your scoring for in-game, and then you're resetting, and then next round. And you do 3 rounds, and that's it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you for calling in. Thank you as always for being part of the Discord, and looking forward to all the great stuff. I know you've got you've got your monthly video that you're all doing as well. So I know people have some good stuff to look forward to there. Let everybody know where they can find you before I forget here, because you've got your YouTube channel. I want to make sure people are aware of where they can see your stuff.
Yep. It is where there's a Wills, WIZ, there's a play. You can just search for Wills Plays Games on both Discord, or on both Instagram and YouTube, and it'll come up as well. And then pretty soon we'll be able to find us on Tabletop Express.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the Discord there. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
So we are excited about that. And definitely go check them out. And thank you for calling in. Thanks for being part of the last show of the year. And looking forward to a great year ahead of games and talking about games with you.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy
New Year, guys.
Year.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great night. All right, man. Good stuff already. Thank you to everyone who's already called in. Remember, call-dashboard.com if you want to call in. And
it's nice seeing everyone here, too. I see Danielle's here. I see Marcel's here.
Pablo's
we had
in
Mr.
there.
Rao's here. Pablo's here. This is a good crew.
And Mr. Rao, I know, has had a lot going on and making time to be here tonight. I appreciate that.
This is a good segue.
Yeah.
To what I have in mind for 2026. Now,
go ahead.
2025, we do board game challenges every year, right? And I have not done a good job of my challenges this year at all.
No.
I'm trying, but haven't done it. Likely most of them will not be complete, and that's okay. I've learned to live with this. Just what's going to happen. But on BG stats, where I like to, board game stats, where a lot of us do those challenges.
Yeah.
One of the challenges I would love to do this year, for next year, is play board games with individual people themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone in our Discord community that would like to play board games with me online, or I would love to play with you. So I already put you down.
Oh yeah.
for some games.
Well, I have already told Ryan that I have him down for a challenge of one play of Bitoku with Ryan Espen.
It's true.
That is how specific the challenge was.
You know, it shouldn't be just Bitoku. So the reason why
Yes.
I picked Bitoku is because we both put money into Bitoku,
Yes,
saying that we would do it.
but we need more than that. I know. I'm just saying.
No, but I think Bitoku's one.
Yes,
Coffee Traders is also another
Coffee
game.
Traders we both put into.
Yeah. And Artisans of the Splendid Veil.
Oh yeah, we're staring at that.
It's over
too.
there.
It's right there under Bitoku.
Under Bitoku.
So yeah,
I
that
feel like that whole pile over there.
yeah, yeah, and
Oh,
we're
and Dr. J's here.
Dr. J.
Look
Yeah,
at that. And look at that. Look, Danielle, of course.
yes,
Tyler, of course. Look at that. Ian, of course. Yes. Yeah. Boom.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And with
There
that,
it
if
is.
people are interested, if you can't tell, always up for games on the Discord across the board.
Yeah.
And we do have the section for that on the Discord.
Yeah.
So
And I'd be down for non-BGA too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, in person is the best. But obviously, we all live in different locations, and that's okay too. But, you know, like, even I know this past year you played Marvel Champions over camera.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
pretty good. And then we shift over to Vantage
Yeah.
for a while. But
I feel like there could be camera-able board games.
well, can I put a friendly reminder? We have the video channels, the voice channels, which have video.
That's been a Rachel challenge.
We have the voice and video, the voice channel that has video on the Discord.
Yeah.
We can always add more rooms if we need to.
Yeah.
So we have the space. We'd love for people to use it. Our focus, as I've noted in one of the earlier shows, is really very much about the community aspect. That's really why we do this more than anything. We could not have a YouTube channel.
Dr. J made the list.
Yes.
Look at that.
I don't play
Jeez.
the wow, there you go. Can I say though, one thing we do talk about on the Discord is games, and I want to talk about at least one other game.
Okay.
I'm
ready for it.
And this game I want to point out is a review copy. I would like to play it more before I do a thorough review. But I do want to talk about this game from All Play.
Oh, okay.
And it is a game that falls into that codenames word play that I always really enjoy, and that is Alibis. Now, Alibis is one that I had wanted to play for a while. I've looked at it on the shelf. So when we had a chance to get it as a review copy, and it happened to be the game that was
This one?
Yes, that's it. When this happened to be the game that we ended up getting at PAX Unplugged, I was actually really excited. There's only one other game that I think I had higher on the list than Alibis. And the thing with Alibis is you are going to have these super villains on the screen. We're talking about the screen on the board. So if you click, I think, to like that third image, maybe it's the third one. Let's see. All right, here's a good example. This is enough. You're going to have these numbered villains, and depending on the game that you're playing, you're only going to have so many of them out. So if you're playing with 3 people, you're not going to have all the villains out. Every player has one of those player boards, which is located right next to them. And then there's all these word cards, and you're going to have different words that are going to go down on each villain. And you, at the start of your turn, are going to draw, and you're playing cooperatively in this way. You're going to draw 2 cards to yourself. Now, you may, if you're doing a 2-player game, you draw 4 cards up, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Because you're connecting to more villains this way. But you're going to draw 2 cards, and for one of your villains, one of your connections, and maybe 2 more if you're doing 2-player, because you're going to have 9 villains out in that case.
Yeah.
But what you're trying to do is essentially come up with a word that is your alibi. So what you're trying to do is put the word down that connects the 2 people, because there's going to be a word on every one of those villains and where the question mark spot is. So it's going to be a word. And I don't know what other images we have. It doesn't seem like they have a ton on this one right now.
There's not a lot of pictures. No.
So I don't know if the back shows better visuals. Okay.
How's this?
This is actually the back of the box, but it works. So as an example, I may have for one of my connecting points, it might be that word teacher. And when I put that clue down, you're going to try to figure out, okay, wait a minute, your person is this and this. Your person for one is this. Your person for this other one or another player is this, which means the the person, the bad guy, the culprit is this one. And that's what we're trying to do. And we're scoring points essentially and going through the pile that we have of essentially helping us do our getaway to ultimately make it so there's none. We have to get that pile has to be empty. That pile at the beginning of the game is set based on the number of players, though.
Okay.
So
we all could lose, right?
We all could lose. Yeah. So we want to offer that alibi, and then we want to find out who the real perp is. And the better we all do collectively, the more likely we are going to win. But it's a really neat. It's got that. Yes, some might say, well, is this just another word game? Well, it is a word game. Yes, but I do think it does something very different. I really enjoy it. The villains are a nice thing. I think the concept of the alibi as it plays thematically, sure. In the end, it is a word game, and it's a word game that does it really well, in my opinion. And I like it quite a bit. I think they did a good job with this one. I've played it at 2. I've played it at 3. The reason I don't want to give a full review of this yet is I want to play this at larger player counts. I want to try this at a 5-player count.
Okay.
I want to play this with more people. I have enjoyed it at the smaller count, but I really feel like it's going to excel at the higher counts.
That's a fair point. And by the way, I see Arwen saying that Alibis and Phantom Inc. have replaced Codenames.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people love Phantom Inc. I have less.
Dr. J's got it for Christmas. Yep. And great game. Won't leave my shelf since the kids love it.
Nice.
Cool. And Arwen's also made the list.
Yes. More lists. Lots of we'll put something in the challenges section so we can help people make their challenges. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just say this. That is really the only reason I can't do the full review, because a game like this deserves a full party play.
Okay.
And I need to see it. That I will say when I was at PAX Unplugged, I was having a conversation with some folks who were playing it with a large group, and I could see it was hitting well for that group.
Okay.
So, but again, having played at most 3, this needs more players for me to give it that final party judgment. But I dig it from what I've experienced.
So I'm gonna piggyback off that, because what you're saying about like full party, that happened to us earlier this year when I introduced you to Red Carpet.
Yep.
So Red Carpet is a game where you're playing as paparazzi on the red carpet, trying to take pictures of different celebrities.
We played this 2-player, right?
We played it 2 players.
And I remember I enjoyed it, but it felt like 2-player wasn't the count for me, or like it was good at 2 players, but even though it's even saying best at 2, but I wondered what it did at it more.
Right. Board Geek saying best at 2, community 2 to 3, not even 2 to 4. I loved it at 4. I think 4 is where you want to play. Now it's a game where you are taking pictures of different celebrities using your smartphone. So yeah, just like exactly like how this person is doing it. You have each player has a tripod, and you put your smartphone.
I wish you had them out, because they are so it is literally a stand for your phone that you're
and the carpet you put them onto, it actually is like a velvet red kind of thing. And you're going to be sliding your phone around, playing different action cards to go into specific spots and push and also block other paparazzi, because it's a very cutthroat game.
It's really cutthroat.
And you're trying to get the best picture of that celebrity, but also it's an award ceremony that all these celebrities are going to. And while that's all going on, there's going to be a winner per category. There's 3 different categories, 3 different people per 3 different nominees. And you could also vote for those individuals as well too. And those double your points if you get pictures of the winning celebrity. In addition, there's also a I forget what they're called, but they're like the honorary the honorary award.
Oh yeah, like
person, and they're guaranteed double points. So everyone kind of just flocks when that person comes in. But also in addition, when you're taking pictures, you want to make sure there's no randos looking in the camera. You want to make sure you're in the right column, because everything will score you different points, or with the randos they'll negate you points. And also each celebrity is representing a different sponsor, and the backdrops also have different icons on there, where you're trying to incorporate that sponsor's icon in the picture as well too.
There's so much happening in this, but it's once you actually get down and play it, it's nowhere near like it's not a complicated game, and that's it blends everything really well together. But it's such a great use of a phone for a game.
Yeah,
because I know I think a lot of people
and all the different celebrities they'll have.
But I mean, I think a lot of people say, yeah, but a phone for a game. I'm like, I don't know. This is the perfect use of a phone for a game.
Yeah.
And it's not keeping score. Like it is vital to gameplay that you have a phone because you need to be able to take these photos.
Yeah.
Which is why it was so easy because that's why it's the backdrop for the thumbnail for this episode.
Yeah, because I had a bunch of pictures.
Because you had a bunch of photos from the game. So
yeah.
It's really cool. I definitely, like I said, we played it at 2. I liked it at 2, but I really was hoping to play it.
I like it at more.
Yeah.
Now he's bringing up could play via camera.
He was talking about Alibis, I think.
Okay. Because about to say this game you cannot play via camera.
He was talking about
even
Alibis.
though you're using your camera, you cannot play via camera for sure because there's a lot of blocking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of literal figures you have to move around. So
no, he was definitely saying we could play Alibis. By camera,
okay.
Which is true. You could.
Yeah.
We could run a virtual game of Alibis, no problem.
But yeah, red carpet. I enjoy it.
Yeah. This is a friendly reminder, call-aboard.com if you want to call in and share anything. Again, thanks to those who have called in and Tyler have called in as well today. So appreciate that.
I have a super quick one.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I do it in light speed?
Yeah, you can.
I can do it in light speed?
You can. Oh, goodness. Lightspeed Arena.
Lightspeed Arena is the latest reimplementation of Lightspeed.
Yes.
So which is a much older game. But in this
now
game,
weight is incredibly accurate.
Okay. Yeah, the weight is incredibly accurate. It's a 1.1. This is an app. This is an app related board game where you are going to be taking different spaceships out simultaneously, putting them out on the board, trying to destroy your opponent, and then you use an app to take a picture of your board. And the app runs
everything.
It has animations. It shows you what ships get shot because all the ships have different numbers, so they have different priority when they shoot. But not only the numbers matter, the kind of laser they shoot matters. And that's a lot of things for you to really think about. And thankfully, there's an app that does it all for you.
But you only have 10 seconds to put each card down.
I think it's less than that.
I thought it was 10.
It's light speed. I don't know. It might have been 10.
Marcel's right.
It feels pretty quick.
Marcel's right. It should be
ludicrous speed. This game is a lot of fun for filler, for sure. Like this is I'm bringing this out for filler whenever there's filler time because this one is like, oh, I have a filler game, but sometimes filler games could be like 30 minutes, and that's still could be a filler. But this is 5 minutes. This is done.
Well, and you could
say
say
clear your pieces. Here's the timer. Let's go.
Well, you could just say put stuff out and then we'll play again. It's that quick.
Put stuff out, blow things up. There's different modes you can play too, where the asteroids that you could shoot will have special benefits. There's different asymmetric powers if you want to play with that too. But you guys just play straight up.
Yeah.
And just pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lightspeed Arena. And also it was like $20. It was really cheap. So yeah. Get it. It sounds exciting for you. It is.
It is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. And the age is really correct too. 8+, community 6. My son who's 7, he's played it. And he does enjoy it. He does get frustrated when he loses, but he does enjoy it because it's a very mean game. He's 7. But also my 3-year-old was just going crazy with it too. She's like,
well, can I point out the animations on the screen that when it's showing the results?
Yeah.
Are so cool.
They are cool.
I don't know if there's any video of that.
They may be on their website, They might have
the way it updates, it animates.
Yeah.
Like what's happening on the screen. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So, and when they say 5 to 15,
exciting.
When they say 5 to 15 minutes, they truly mean 5 to 15 minutes.
Yeah. So, oh well, there's some animation over here.
Yeah,
And that's legit. Looks like what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a better example. This picture over here.
Yep.
So there's also an expansion where you can play without the app.
But no,
I mean,
I want to play with the
it's
app.
a nice option, I guess.
It's a good option. No, it's
But-
probably and it's an important option because what if you're something happened to the phone, whatever? It's another
I know.
option.
Yeah.
So it's good to have that available. But this is one of the cases where I would take that app out. It will work.
Yeah.
If we don't have anyone in the wings at the moment, I will do a quick one as well, which is I had a chance to play a game that people have been talking about in the Discord. Enough to the point that when I was able to get it for 35% off, I decided to pick it up. And that is Tacta. There's been a lot of discussion about this one. I know a few people have played it who are in the chat right now. And this one, a very light game. Everyone has a deck of cards. There's different shapes on the cards. You have to play other cards on the shapes. There's some basic legal rules on how to play it, but you can get an idea just from looking at this. The most points going to be whoever has the most of their dots showing at the end of the game. But my goodness, it can get cutthroat. But
because everyone's different player color.
Everyone's a different player color.
Okay.
You're going to shuffle up your deck at the beginning. You draw the card, and you're going to play it. Play it down somewhere on the table. You might be blocking someone else's. You might be doing something else to starting to set off in a new area. When you've got something like that 4 that's showing, you don't necessarily want that one to
like down here. 4 dots.
Yeah, like now no one's gonna be able to cover that because of its position. You can't, there's no way anyone's gonna be able to cover that. But when it comes down to that, that's critical. So you're trying to play as strategically as possible, but you got to play it somewhere. If you cannot technically legally play it, you can kind of place it anywhere on the table according to the rules. But generally speaking, that's not going to be too much of a problem, but it may happen from time to time. The game is a table hog because the board is going to expand.
This is like hurting my brain.
Technically speaking,
look at this over here.
Yeah, technically speaking, I don't know if you can double cover. I would want to double check them rules because I've only played it once. I thought you couldn't, but I might be wrong on that. Maybe because it's a legal play, you can. The point is, it's going to spread out. It gets crazy, and it starts. You see that card in the middle there with that X?
X, yeah.
That's the starting card.
Okay.
So there's plenty of ways to play it. But yeah, Tacta, ton of fun. Really loved it. And have been enjoying this one, and this one's getting at the table a lot. I definitely can recommend it.
Nice.
But yeah, really love that one.
Yeah.
So let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, you can't unlap or they match perfectly, so double cover is unlikely. Yeah. Yeah, the double cover, it has to match. So that's a rarity.
So is this shenanigans?
So this feels like for this to happen, it was almost, I'm not saying it was set up, but it feels set up. I like that triple overlap. I mean, there's way more overlap than I ever saw in our game. But like that table's too small.
You would need a new table.
You need another table.
Tacta with 8 players and a small table.
Well, but no, I'm really digging this game. It's simple. Its execution is just that, but it does exactly what it's supposed to. Just make sure you have table space, clear the table.
Yeah.
But I like it quite a bit. It's just cards, but again, it's proof that sometimes that's all you need to make a great game. Just a simple use of cards. So, Marcel, small tables up the difficulty, then that's your boundary, and that's like you can't do anything at that point there.
That's Tacta Extreme.
Yeah, Tacta.
You need to bring out your own table.
Tacta Extreme, yes.
Oh, imagine like sliding like an end table and just like continuing the tables.
You got a table that you move around that's on wheels.
Yeah. Just like
but yeah, that is Tacta. I'll give people 2 more minutes if anyone wants to call in. I will at this time take the moment to say, if you're not a member of the Discord, please consider joining. We'd love to have you. If you've never watched the channel before, you're tuning in now, hopefully you'll come back next year. and join us for some more stuff. I know people are probably wondering, are we going to talk about our favorite games of 2025? We're going to talk about the best games that we played in 2025, and that will be a future video that we do probably mid-January, I'm guessing. We need the collective whole of us for that. We'll probably do it. Honestly, we're talking about maybe doing our top 20 plays of 2025.
Yeah, so we're thinking about ditching the video we've done in the past where we say our favorite games of 2024 that were not in 2024 and then a favorite of 2024. We're just going to combine all in one. Make it one.
Our favorite plays.
Favorite plays. Is it a 2025 game?
May not be. But
is it new to us though?
Yes.
Yes.
It will be new to us.
That's the rules.
Yeah, that would be the rules. And that way it's one video, but we'll up it and we'll make it the 20 instead of a 10. So that's probably what we're looking at doing. And then that is, another top 20 video that we will do, but it will be one video instead of two. So with that note, some creator corners in the works that are going to be coming out, and a variety of other stuff. So come by for those as well. We will be back in 2026. We appreciate all of your support. We can't wait to see all of you in the Discord, and we can't wait to play some board games with you in 2026 and to wrap up the year. Send those invites. With that,
bye, y'all.
A week.
That's too much.
We're going.
Y'all.
Here.